Hello, hello. No brain cell for today. So for the majority, for these collab streams, I always try to turn off all of the loud, noisy notifications. Making bacon pancakes.
Take some bacon and
And
I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make.
Bacon pancake. Just to be respectful of Cappy's time. That's all. That's the only reason why they're turned off. But they will be right back next stream. I promise. Thank you guys so much for all the subbies. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Ma and Bran and Nick. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Oh my goodness. At tier 3 again. Oh my gosh, Nick. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Hi, baddies. Hi, Jedi. How's it going? Hello, Wolverine and Snackers. Rain, LG. Oh my gosh. The autocorrect. How are we doing today, everybody? I might be a little weird audio-wise today. I have a new pair of headphones, and it's just gonna take some getting used to because they're over-the-ear headphones. I feel like I can't hear myself. Let me get into chat. Oh, Nick, I hope you're feeling okay too, Nick Pie. I'm feeling much better now that we're getting over the COVID sickies and all of the bull. I'm feeling much better. On a train back home from a weekend getaway. Oh my goodness, Jedi, yes. Enjoy your trip and enjoy your crocheting. It sounds great. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, I'm so glad that I'm feeling better. Oh, we started a hype train. Holy shit. A tier 4 hype train already. Oh my gosh. Thank you. It didn't turn off your entrance brand because your name changed. I forgot about that. How is it going? Yes, new hair. I didn't say anything, but I did it. I dyed my hair. We dyed it like a blue-black because I'm really not looking forward to bleaching my hair ever again. So we're cutting it out. Just watched that Dancing Bug episode the other day. Oh, I love that. Thank you. I had like these little tape-in extensions. You can kind of see them. They were silver. They were like silver gray. Apparently they take color really well because the first time I washed my hair, the silver is now like a blue, like a deep blue tone. Yay! Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I'm happy. I think the dark color suits me way better. But who's excited for today's collab stream? We're getting into it. We're gonna be starting Unity for the first time with Cappy. Nervous and excited. I'm always nervous though. Coding is like so very exciting. And at the same time, I'm like, went in sick and recovered with big changes, right? Flip my hair back. That's not even that long. Collab day! I'm so excited. We have got this. Time appropriate greetings, everyone. Let's code. Thank you, Lance. How are you doing today? Glad you and LG are feeling much better. No, yeah, Stream Mom didn't get sick at all, which was wild. Because you would think. Getting myself all prepped. Absolutely, take your time, Cappy. Take your time. I do the same hair flip. Oh my goodness. But yeah, in such a small environment that we live in, I'm really surprised but grateful that Mom didn't get sick at all. Hello, Amanda. How's it going? Got some coding done. Nice. That's amazing. I love it. I'm super excited to dip my toes into Unity. So many things. Ads are now officially over. Thank you, anyone who was viewing the ads as they were here. Thank you for the support. That's how it be. Brother and I got sick and Mom got nothing. That is wild. Because like for the first 2 nights when LG was testing positive, but I still didn't have I still didn't have it. I was staying in mom's room so that we didn't get like too close to each other. So I'm surprised. I'm super surprised. Oh my gosh, yes! No, Wolverine, you haven't been bothering me at all. I love getting to be on the inside and hear all the things. So I am more than happy. Thank you guys for that hype train. Completed at level 4, 87%. That's wild. That's wild. No. Don't, you're not bothering me at all, Wolverine. For anyone who doesn't know, Wolverine is writing a D&D campaign right now. And it's pretty freaking good, I'm just saying. Ooh, heck yes. Yes. Send it over. I'll give it a look whenever I'm free. I'm assuming we're probably not going to be doing display cabinet today. We're probably just going to be doing the collab section of the stream, and then I'm gonna cut it for the day. Yeah, we did, Amanda. LG got it from one of his coworkers. We're pretty sure. We can't be 100% sure, but we're pretty sure. And then I got it like a couple of days afterwards. But we're good. We're feeling much better. This is like my second, possible third time of having COVID. So my symptoms weren't near as bad as LG's symptoms were. Plus, I've had like 3 boosters, I think. I don't know. Ooh, super exciting. Tuesday, so the day after tomorrow, we're gonna go look at that house that we've been super obsessed with for like the past 3 weeks. We're gonna go in there and we're going to like measure out a bunch of furniture and stuff in the space to make sure that everything will fit nice. And then we shall see. I believe the day after that we should be able to apply. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will keep you guys updated. Ah, Lasagna, thank you so much. How are you doing? Yeah, it was your first time having COVID. Yeah, it's wild. Nathan! And I'll put it in a pancake. 8 months. Oh my gosh, 8 months. I'm so happy you're back. During your break, I kept coming to Twitch in hopes that you were on. Aw, thank you so much, Nathan. You're so sweet. Yeah, Brand, house. Aw. You still don't know how I got it. Yeah, it's pretty hard to trace. The only reason we think it was this specific coworker is because they were like super sick like right before, but they kept coming into work. Which, you know, they could have just had a cold. It could have been somebody completely asymptomatic who passed it on. So we have no idea. Thank you for the 8-month subby, Nathan. Nathan, I missed you guys so much. Oh, Babbitt, thank you so much. I'm really liking the black hair. I'm probably going to stick with it for a long time. I'm doing good, Lasagna. I'm doing good. I am super happy to be back. A little anxious. It's weird when you haven't been like in front of the camera for a little bit and then you come back. It's just a little like awkward for a second. You know what I mean? But we're getting back into it. I'm doing super good. I'm so much anticipation over this next week that my energy is like up to here and then all the way down here and then up to here. It's huge fluctuations. I think I had it twice, maybe 3 times by the same coworker. Oh no, it's a whole mood. Yeah, we're just all over the place. I'm so excited. I can't even contain it. The fact that we're getting this close to figuring out house stuff is like, oh my gosh, I could explode. Jamie, oh my gosh, can we get a shout out for Jamie Daggers, you guys? For anyone who doesn't know, Jamie is an amazing streamer. She does wonderful miniatures. I absolutely love hanging out in there. But also, Jamie is also a part of our stream team, Moco Locos. So go give her a follow. Go check her out. Ooh, 68% smart baddie. We all haven't been able to check our baddie for a while. Let's see. 14% smart baddie. Oh no. That doesn't bode well for today. I had a Ferryn-shaped hole in my heart. I missed you so much. So, barring anything wild, we should be back tomorrow with some crocheting. And then Wednesday co-working. Everything should start moving back as normal. So if you're curious about the schedule, definitely check the schedule on Discord. My brain. I've gotten to hang out in a bit. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We're going to be doing some coding today with TheCaptainCoder. Whenever this shout out runs out, I know we got the smaller shout out earlier, like the auto shout out, but could we get one for Cappy too, so we can get everyone followed? 43% chaos baddie. Oh no. At least you're only 2%. That's me. Oh my goodness. Bean water is brewing. Amazing. So good. So good. I have my bean water. I'm ready to go. Cold brewed bean water. 42% salty baddie. I love it. I love it. Ooh, do you guys want to see what I've been working on? With those numbers and stuff. You know the one. Yeah, that exactly. Just like that, Lance. Check that thing. Go there. Seeing Cappy on stream is Cappy approved. Okay, let me show you guys. I've been pattern testing for this lovely creator, Confused Alice on TikTok. If you don't follow them, please do. If you have a TikTok. They're amazing. I do a lot of pattern testing for them just in general. But recently we've been doing this poncho. It's so cute. So here at the end, we're gonna put some surface stitching in each corner to make it look like webbing. It's like a spider web poncho. I'm so excited. And then here at the top, it's gonna have like this big, chonky like neck piece. Anyways, I'm super excited. So we'll probably be working on this tomorrow, because I need to have it done by the 29th. And I'm guessing I probably have maybe 10-ish more hours on it. Maybe. I hope not, but maybe. It's been a bit of a process. Once you get into a project with rounds this large, it's like, it takes me an hour just to do two rounds. It's ridiculous. But I'm still super excited. Gonna get it done. Thank you, Nathan and Lance and Rain and Snackers. I'm super excited. Very, very, very excited. I packed away all of my yarn the other day. Like all of it. Except for what I'm using for that project. And like 3 more projects. But everything else is packed in boxes. They're just boxes littering my house at this point. We know what you'll be working on. Yeah, no, honestly, I gotta buckle down and start getting that done. Start getting it done. I think I'm like 10 hours in now. So I think we're like halfway there. We shall see. We shall see. What have you guys been up to? It's been so long since we've chit-chatted. Need to send some yarn to TheCaptainCoder. He has a little cat yarn character. I saw that the other day. The little yarn ball kitty. I love it. I love it. I love it. They are baby. Also, that AI program that Cappy was using looks so cool. Love the black hair. Thank you, Seb. Thank you, thank you. I'm really liking it. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to like bleached hair anytime soon, or like even a lighter color. I just really like the dark. It's striking. It's striking. Black cat and bat vibes. I love it. Look, I'm wearing Baffa cats. Am ready. Okay, let me send you the guest star invite. Bear with me as I almost never know what I'm doing here. Do 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 do. Okay. Did I send you an invite? There we go. Yay! Been spamming the twerking Tina and other streams to share the batty love, even though it's not a bat. Honestly, I use the twerking Tina emote as my like, I'm here, I'm still here, but I don't have anything to say. It's my little lurking in silence emote. I'm here, but I'm not here at the same time. Do, 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 do. Bam, 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 bam. Brain empty. Technical difficulties. Ooh, it's not seeing your camera. Boo. I was having that issue earlier. I think they may have like updated the guest star program. I don't know. I also restarted my browser the other day and it reset like all the settings, so my issue may be different from your issue. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do what you gotta do. Take your time. Take your time. Makes sense. Makes sense. The twerking Tina is and will always be in my frequently used emotes. I love it. Incredible. Incredible. Ah, Sev! The Pico Ramen emote is so cute. They so happy to have that ramen. I love it. Amazing. So many good things. So many good things. It's a Twitch. Oh my gosh, it is. It's Twitch Global. That's amazing. For free. Everyone save it. Yeah, the ghost that cruises by with that look on its face. There have been a couple of times where, like, the look is... It's perfectly aimed at me or a specter or... I love it. I love that little ghost. It's, for anyone who's wondering, the little ghost that flies across my screen, it's actually something that is always available through Stream Elements. It's like one of their holiday overlay things for Halloween, and I just think it's so cute. I was like, this little ghostie's staying forever. Do. Or something weird I've said. Oh my goodness. They're so good. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see. Let me send that to ya. Let's see if that works. Do. Honestly, Apothic's emotes. 10 out of 10. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look at those little squiggly arms. That's the best one, I think. I really like the nodding one too, but the squiggly arm, that's the best one. For sure. For sure. What projects are we working on right now? What have y'all been up to? I know you guys hope you're doing last weekend. Me and my girls put up Halloween Dragons. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. I want to decorate so bad. All right. Nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let me get us send to slot 1. Okay. Then let me get us on our Cappy page. Cappy! Can everyone hear Cappy? Oh. You're not on my stream. Give me 1 second.
That's okay. That's okay. And if you could you, there's an option in OBS to do your virtual camera so I can see the stream.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'm like delayed 5 seconds, which it turns out is enough time to be like really confusing if you're trying to be like, click this thing.
That's very, very fair. Does that fix?
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, now let me get you in here.
It's exciting. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite.
So ready.
And I've been working on. I'm super excited for this thing.
I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, so many sources. 1 second.
I'm gonna X this out. Is that what we're calling them? They're no longer called tweets, right? They're called X's.
Oh gosh. I don't even know. I don't even use Twitter to begin with, but then they changed the name and now I'm just extra confused.
I think they're called X's.
I'm just making a new source. It wasn't working.
No problem. Take.
Oh. It's still not working.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you.
Dremelt is here. Oh, they can't hear me.
Oh, they should be able to hear you, but no one can see you.
No one can see me. Alright, so this is my perfect chance to just start singing at me. We got Cheap Grams too. Cheap Grams, welcome to a non-PG-11 stream. Fun fact, it took me a long time to figure out what your username meant. That's how naive I am.
I cannot get your camera on the screen. Yeah, you were just not popping up. Oh. And now you're frozen. Oh. Cappy has disappeared. Oh my goodness. Never seen it coming. How are we doing today, everybody? How are we doing? Just dealing with some technical difficulties. It's all great. It's all good. Cappy's internet died. They will be right back. Well, let's move back over to chatting for now. Cappy disappearing is not Cappy approved. It's a good day hanging with the baddies. It is. It is. It is. Oh my goodness. All the technical difficulties, of course. But of course, my first day back in Twitch said... Do 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 do. Ooh, nice, Wolverine. Have a good time. Have a good time with the friends. Let me check up on chat a little bit. Oh, you'll post pictures? Oh my gosh, Amanda, please. Please, please, please post pictures of your Halloween decorations. I want to see so bad. Oh, Nathan, that's so sweet. All my little awkward doot-doot-doot-doos. I'm constantly just like filling time with the little sounds I do. Oh, you're still working on your space games, Lance. Learning about something called a finite state machine. It's some really cool stuff. Oh, heck yeah. That's amazing. Still working on the wedding gift, but I stupidly have 6 other projects going at once. What other projects, Nathan? It's the coder. Oh my gosh. Cabby's volume is pretty low. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll adjust that. For when they come back, we'll make sure they're a little bit louder. Oh, thank you, Wolverine. Trinky actually got them for us. Do 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 do. We hang with my sister and her boyfriend today. Nice, Nathan. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Do you guys have any plans? What are you guys gonna be up to? I'm gonna work on one of my blankets. Just don't know which one tonight. Ooh, I'm still excited to see that window blanket, honestly. Ooh, what character do you have? Grams, which one do you have? I am tired as heck. Me too. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. When you think about it, you're the host, anchor, the writer, you're the tech support guys. Honestly, set design. Aw, you're so sweet, Lance. Thank you. Have you heard of the company Air Up? It's really cool. Oh, we might be getting a Cappy back. I can see you. Can I hear you? I can. There we go. Okay, let's go. Okay. Ooh. I think. Okay, say something.
We haven't. Can you hear me now? Lasagna. We haven't started coding yet, so there's no coding hats. I got mine ready though. It's right here. It's right here. We will be with the cap. We'll put the caps on when it's time to code. But we're not coding just yet. We're not coding just yet. And anyone who is interested in following along, Farron is going to be piloting my first, not my first, but this is like my 2D first intro to Unity project that I'm putting together, part of my project-based learning Unity curriculum. So if you want to follow along, I just sent you a link. Farron, if you want to open that, you can, but for the most part, I'm just going to be talking you through it.
Nice.
But if anyone wants to use that, it's a rough draft. It's a rough draft.
Hex yeah! Thank you for sharing that.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We're excited. We're excited. Yeah. So nothing wrong with Twitch or your end. For whatever reason, my internet decided to die at that exact moment. It was blinking at me, and I was like, "What? That's weird." Anyway, it came back. We're back.
Awesome. Sweet.
So it's a me problem. It's not. It wasn't me. No, it wasn't you. It's me. It's not you. It's me. It's not you. It's me.
Well, at least it's not Twitch today.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me adjust this so it looks like I'm looking at you. I'm gonna flip my camera. Hang on.
Yeah.
There's a button I can press. I think. What's going on? My whole system.
Thank you, lasagna. Thank you. I made them myself. I didn't really think about how the headphones and the hat gonna live together today.
Look, you just gotta sew the headphones into the hat, crochet them into the hat.
All right.
Flip. Is that the right way? Did I flip the right way? What, did that even do anything? Oh, I'm flipping. So. That's funny. It's because I flipped. I have a thing in OBS called sound effects. I flipped the sound effects, not my camera. Hang on. Why am I so bad at this? What's happening? Where is
I
this
think
even
I
virtual
can flip
camera?
your camera.
Look, you're not allowed to flip me. You're not allowed to flip me.
That's
Only
fair.
I can
That's
flip me. There we
fair.
go.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect. First try. First try, everybody.
First try.
We made it. We made it. All right, let me get the chat so I can do the things with the stuff. All right, I think my camera will even let me do these things. Let's try this. Yeah. All right, I got all my stuff set up. I can do the what was it? I think I don't know if my camera's wide enough for you. Just get just
the thumbs.
That's funny. All right, cool. All right, so here we are. This is your first time, and this is the first time ever doing Unity. Is that correct?
Yes, first time. I downloaded it yesterday.
Beautiful. So the first thing, I try not to like tell anyone exactly what to. My style of teaching is like a exploration and discovery, but I say like, okay, I will prompt you at like, well, what do we want to do? We want to create a project, right? We want to create a project. Right. We've opened Unity Hub. That's the first step. You got to, if you're over on my chat, you can do it right now, actually, Lance.
Amazing.
Yeah, so mine's like connected to mine. So let's see here. We have Unity Hub open. That's the first step. Usually I'd be like, okay, we want to do something with Unity, and my desktop's empty. What do we do? You're a step ahead of me. Open up Unity Hub. Beautiful. If we want to make a new project. What do you think we need? There's a button that says new project. Wow, amazing. Let's go ahead and click new project. Thank you for this. The sound effects don't play for you guys, but they play for you guys. I'm assuming they're not coming through for you guys.
They're not.
Okay. We're going to make a 2D project. We're going to make a 2D project for this one. Do you think so? So what do you notice about this? What do you think these things are called? We're in here. We're like selecting these things. Unity's trying to make things easy for us.
Templates?
They're called templates, yeah. And the reason we know that is it says templates over on the side. So this is a great, you know, yeah, I know. And here's a fun thing: if you're not sure, even like, so if you didn't, let's say you're starting out. There's noises going off in my ear like crazy right now. All of my chat commands, people are over on my stream using them.
Lance, I would never.
Yeah, I would never. If you're not even sure how to start with Unity, one of the great things, and I know there's a lot of Unity drama going on right now. I don't know if you've been aware of that, Farron.
I have, yeah.
It's been a little bit nuts.
The install charge.
It's been crazy. That said, I still think Unity is a great place to the engine. So no matter what the Unity drama, what drama? That's right.
Right.
Regardless of the drama that exists, there's some really bad policies that have come out. They've kind of tried to fix them. It's not the perfect fix. It's a pretty good fix. Not a perfect fix. There's still a lot of drama with it. Doesn't matter. Unity is still a great tool, great engine if you're wanting to get into indie game development and just learn a little bit about how to program. I'm rambling here, but over on the left, there's actually this learning tab. If you didn't say you didn't have your very own CaptainCoder, oh, I forgot my hat. Hang on. There we go. So let's say you forgot that you don't have your very own CaptainCoder. You don't have your very own CaptainCoder. Fun fact, folks. Fun fact, folks. You can actually get lessons with the CaptainCoder.
You can.
Did you know that? I'll send a link when I'm a little bit less off here, but you can get lessons with the CaptainCoder. That learning tab over there, if you click on that, you see that learning tab over there?
Yes.
Did that do anything? Why is there nothing here?
It says, sorry, this editor version does not support learning templates. Please choose another editor version or template. I think it's because I clicked on 2D already, maybe?
Gotcha. When I click over on learn. Click back. Can you go back to the beginning screen, actually? Is there like a cancel button somewhere for you?
There it is.
All right. On this one, you go down to learn.
Gotcha.
If you were just starting out with Unity, you don't even know how to get started, what to do. One of the things Unity does really, really well is they have a bunch of resources for you to just like hop in and start doing some neat stuff right away.
I love that.
Right in their tool. So if you wanted to, if you don't have your very own CaptainCoder, you can do this. YouTube's a good place too. There's lots of resources. But since we have a CaptainCoder here with us, we're gonna start our own. We're gonna go to projects. We're gonna click new project. We're gonna make a 2D project. We're gonna do the 2D core, not the 2D URP. URP is if you want to do really not necessarily super fancy graphics, but it's sort of like for doing fancier art styles.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what? I've never actually really done URP stuff, but I hear it's great. We are gonna make a paper doll style character creator. Paper doll style character creator.
Okay.
Does that sound like anything to you? Or do those words mean anything to you, Farron?
Yeah. Very, like... Okay. Yeah, very 2D character creator, kind of like paste shirt on, you know, like paste features on,
So if you click on the link that I just sent you, I told you not to click on it, but we're gonna demo it real quick. I know I was like, you don't have to click on it. I'm like, all right, actually,
you should though.
I'm so prepared. We're gonna look at a little demo of it first. And I'm sorry, I don't have a volume control in this program, so I apologize ahead of time. But if you open that, there is a button to a demo. See that down it says demo, and then at the side has a link. Click on that. This is kind of what we're gonna be making. As soon as you click on there, it's gonna be loud. So I'm sorry.
Goodness.
But we've got our heroine over there. Heroine, the female hero, not the medicine. But we can change weapons, so it's called a paper.
Well, the good thing is I don't know. Can you guys hear the music?
I can't hear it. You can't hear it? Maybe,
I
maybe
can hear it.
Oh, okay, it's quite loud, and I apologize for that.
You can.
But, you know, you select these different buttons, it changes what the character's wearing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there's no option there. There's an armor shop, a magic shop, a weapon shop. All right, so we're gonna be doing.
Sorry, I was
paper
trying
doll.
to figure out how to turn it down for everyone, but I don't think I can actually.
I can't hear it. Look, cheap grams. A heroine is a female hero. A heroine is a female hero. It's not a medicine. I mean, the version we're gonna use is all right. So I'm sorry. I just wanted to show you what the end goal here is.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
if you click on those buttons, you'll notice the weapon will change for our character over here, and then we can switch sort of to different areas. There's buttons on the bottom. Switch to the armor shop, the magic shop, the weapon shop.
Nice.
And so we can change the clothes. And then the magic shop, we're gonna talk a little bit about particle effects and a little bit of code to get our character moving around. Thank you for the toy.
Ooh. Okay, that's cool.
So this is sort of the end goal here. This is the end goal we're gonna try and get to.
Nice. Okay.
And so let's go ahead and you can close this tab, but there's some assets you're gonna have to get from that. I'm sorry if you close the
No,
whole
you're so good.
project. But let's go ahead and create a 2D core project here. 2D core project.
2D core.
I'm sorry,
okay.
I'm making you do all kinds of things.
No, you're so
Let me bring
good.
it on. Just kidding. Not yet. Look. The captain came prepared. Captain came prepared. All right, so this is going to be our paper doll character creator. You're going to give it a project name. So we selected 2D. Just got to give it a project name. You can name it anything your heart desires, Farron. What does your heart say? What is your heart telling you? We probably want to allow access. That's a little,
Yeah.
you know, connect it to the internet.
2D character creator.
It's all right. You've called it my project, but that's
Oh.
So on the last screen, there was an option before you click create project to change the name. But it's all right. It's okay to call your project my project. You know, a more apt name might have been my first project.
Possibly.
Look, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to commentate. I'm here to commentate. What's does it? All right, I'm gonna calm down. Let's get some more bean water. I mean, one of the really let's see here. Unity is a heavyweight engine. I'd call it a heavyweight engine, in that it takes a while to load. So there are some alternatives. So we download. Unity is pretty big. I think the initial install is like 10 gigabytes, and then you have to usually download an editor with. It's like another 6 gigabytes. Ends up being like 40 gigabytes once everything's unpacked and ready to go. So it's kind of huge. It's kind of huge compared to some of the other competing engine. I don't know if competing is a good word for this. Another engine is called Godot. And so if you're on a computer that's maybe not a beefy computer, Godot is a good alternative. I checked out today. So I'm going to tell you it's smaller than Unity. It's smaller than Unity. It's lighter weight than Unity. Unity, we're going to say, someone told me it's 6 gigabytes for Unity. How big? So I'm saying it's lightweight. How big do you think Godot is? If you just had to guess.
4 question mark?
4 gigabytes?
Yeah.
Smaller.
Oh goodness. Are we still in gigabytes?
You said 4, so yeah, you're still in gigabytes.
Well, yeah, I just meant the actual amount.
You want to take another guess?
1 gigabyte?
Less, smaller.
Oh my gosh.
Smaller.
Wow.
What are you thinking?
Oh goodness, I have no idea.
I know this amazed me. I downloaded it this morning. I downloaded it before I downloaded it this morning to double check. But I was like, no, it's pretty small. It's lightweight. 60 megabytes.
Wow, that is a lot smaller.
Insane. That is insane. 60 megabytes is how big the download was. So it's compressed. You uncompress and it's like 100 and something. But yeah. All right. So here we are. We're in the Unity editor interface. Unity interface. There's a lot lot going on here.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a game. Unity, the engine itself, doesn't really come with assets, things to make a game with. And so you either have to find those or make them yourself. One place I like to get them is Open Game Art for just building prototype stuff.
Okay.
There's a website called Open Game Art. I'm gonna send a link to that for people. Open Game Art's a wonderful place. .org, sorry. OpenGameArt.org. It's a wonderful place where people share art that they've made. It's open source art, so it's free to use. Most of it's free for like commercial and self-use. Some of it is only for personal use, and then there's like a license if you want to do beyond that. But Open Game Art's a great place if you're just feeling like I don't know what to make. I often go there and will get inspired. Just look at some stuff, be like, what's inspiring me today? And that's where this project was born. So Open Game Art, I found some assets. And so we're actually going to go to part 2 of this tutorial that I've written. Tutorial is a strong word. Guide. You know, tutorial, it's not quite, it doesn't actually tell you how to do everything. It just says, here, try this thing. So if you go to that link I just sent, I should have sent you these files ahead of time. We're going to download some assets.
Okay.
From the link here. And these are going to be the assets we're going to use to make our character creator. So we download that. You have to extract it. And then we're going to enter there. Guide. Yeah, Lance. I'm calling this one a project. So in this one, there are challenges and stuff in it. I'm actually having my Unity students do this project right now. So they're really enjoying it. All right.
Okay.
And so there should be 3 files in there.
Yes.
There's a
pixels.
heroine. Yeah, there's advanced pixels, TTF. So just drag. You want to add those into your project. You can just drag them. You see down at the bottom where it says assets.
Yes.
You can just, this is your project explorer. You can just drag files in here and it'll import them. It didn't look like it like that. So I think they're inside of the zip file. You have to open the zip file first.
Okay.
So you have to extract them. Lance, I'm glad you're following along. All right.
Oof, sorry, struggling.
No problem. Look, this is why I don't actually just like have a video for people to watch. I find that videos give you this false sense of security. You learn so much more if we just like make you, by me, I mean teachers. When you're teachers, students get frustrated, like, why don't you just tell me how to do it? It's like, you're not gonna learn if I just tell you how to do it. All right. You're also kind of tech savvy. A lot of extracting that zip file takes some of my students 2-3 class periods. So
I was
you're
about to
way
say,
ahead.
I thought I did it.
I think you have to open that folder now. If you need to go to a standby screen or something, I can help you. So I think they're still in the... You can usually drag them out of the zip file to another folder and then into Unity. You just can't do it straight from the zip file into Unity.
Okay.
Lance, waiting for Unity to load. That's a common thing people are doing right now. Many people all over the globe waiting for Unity to load, as is tradition for people using Unity.
Did I do it now? No. Okay.
I can send you them individually on Discord too, probably.
Oh.
That might be the way to do it.
Possibly. Let me see.
Another option, if it won't let you drag them in, is in Unity you can right click and select import, and then you can go find the files.
Ha!
Oh, first try. See, folks,
First try.
Okay, so I probably don't have to tell you this because you're, you know, I don't want to say that you're an adult. I don't know for sure, but you're not sure. 10. My 10-year-olds have a lot of trouble with organization. I teach, so anyone doesn't know, I teach ages 10 to 14, mostly like 10, 11, 12. And then there's a couple outliers on the high end and a few outliers on the bottom end as well. But 10, 11, 12, these students, Farron, let me ask you a question. Do you know what a folder is? If I tell you what a folder is on a computer, do you know what that word means?
Yeah.
10-year-olds these days don't know what folders are.
Oh.
They're like, a folder? What are you talking about? And it's like, they haven't, so they're like on Mac, on modern systems, you like don't have folders anymore. It's just, everything is just like there, and there's a search bar and you type it in and it finds it. And so I've learned in the last couple years, I have to teach us, okay, we're going to make a folder. This is what a folder is. So we're to organize our files. It's good to put them in folders, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure you know this. I'm sure you know this. But 10-year-olds struggle with this concept. So we have two types of files here. We have image and a font. And so we're actually going to create two folders. Okay. One of them will be called fonts. And then the other one, we might call it images. But in 2D video games, images are not called images. Do you know what they're called? Starts with an S. Ends with an I. Has a PR in the middle.
No.
Sprite.
Sprite, okay.
It's a delicious, I'm sure you've heard that word before, sorry.
I have, yeah.
Delicious, tasty beverage, but it's also what we call images in 2D games often. And so right here on your screen, we have two sprite sheets. We're gonna create two folders. One of them is gonna be called fonts. One of them is gonna be called sprites.
Awesome.
Cheap Grams guessed Mountain Dew. It's a good class. It's a good guess. Close. Sierra Mist is also an acceptable answer. It's the off-brand Sprite.
What?
And yeah, perfect.
Nice.
Okay, and we want to put our font into the fonts folder. We just drag it in, boom. See, you already know how to move files into folders and stuff. It's incredible. It's incredible. My students are like, what happened? My file, they like drag their file and it's like just gone forever.
Oh no.
And then we find it a couple weeks later. It's like, I don't even know how this got there. It's like, I do.
I do.
You didn't know how files worked before this class. All right, so let's go into our Sprite folder, or sprites with an S. We have that extra new folder. We can just get rid of that guy. If you right click, there's a delete option. You can also click and just press the delete key. On Mac, the delete key doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah,
what is wrong
weird.
with Mac?
I think so. Well, I think on Mac there's the backspace key is marked as delete, and there's not an actual delete key on the keyboard. Yeah, so here I'm gonna hold it up real quick for everyone to see. I have a Mac keyboard here. The Mac keyboard has this is their delete key is actually their backspace key, and there's no delete key on the keyboard. Also, this Mac keyboard is how you get carpal tunnel. Look how tiny that is.
Yeah. Itty bitty.
Itty bitty keyboard.
Nice try, anyway, Captain. That's a piece of paper.
This is super helpful for when I'm helping my students with Mac. I'm like, okay, we need to type a backslash. It's this. It's over here, folks. It's this one. This one. And they're like, I don't know what a backslash is. I have no idea. I've never heard of that. Those two words have never been used together. I was like, no, it's one word. It's one word. Okay, sorry. We're getting off topic here, Farron. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're so good.
I'm gonna focus. Okay, so we have a sprite sheet here. We have two sprite sheets. Let's go ahead and click on our heroine sprite sheet. This is our female hero. Since I'm saying sprite sheet, it sort of tells us something. What do you think the difference between a sprite sheet and a sprite is, or like their relationship? Just based off sprite sheet, this image I'm telling you is a sprite sheet, and then we also know that a sprite is an image.
Well, a sprite would be like an individual one, and a sheet would be like multiples put together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so we need to like tell Unity that this thing has like multiple things in it. So for example, right now, if we just dragged that into our scene, so you drag it up into the thing above, you get all of those. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. We want individuals. If you let go, yeah, perfect. We need to actually slice this thing into individual sprites. Over on the right side by default, thank you for the door. Over on the right side, we have the inspector, and this will actually show you information about whatever you currently have selected, which happens to be the heroine file there. It's telling us that it's a sprite. The sprite mode, right below that, is set to single. And so the sprite mode is how we sort of say, this thing is a sprite sheet. If it's single, it's treated as a single sprite.
Right.
Go ahead and click that drop down. We have a couple options. The one we care about is multiple. This is going to tell us there are multiple sprites on this thing. And then there's an apply button sort of down below that. You click that and say, okay. It's like towards the bottom. I'll keep going down.
Oh, right here?
Down. Yeah, click apply. And it's like, okay,
cool.
Now I'm multiple. Now it actually won't even let you drag this thing into the scene. If you try and drag that sprite into the scene, it's be like, that's not a sprite, it's a sprite sheet. What are you doing, you fool?
Right.
And so it's like Tom's, hey, you're supposed to slice this thing. And over on the left side, the little button in the inspector that says sprite editor. It's sort of below sprite mode. Sprite editor on the right.
There it is.
There we go. We click that, it's going to open up our sprite editor, and we can sort of drag it in the middle. And if we make it a little bit bigger, it's hiding up there. You see in the top left where it says slice.
Oh, yes.
This lets us slice these things. This image was set up by me, by yours truly, to be sliced pretty easily. So instead of automatic, though,
okay,
it's not an automatic slice. We're going to select one of these. If we drop down there, slice by cell count. So these have been evenly spaced. These have been evenly spaced here. And then we just sort of tell how many columns and rows there are. How many columns do we got? How many rows do we got? That's what the C and R there up at the top.
Okay. And each column is one of the boxes?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Do. 7?
Oh, sorry. Each sprite is a column. Each sprite is a
column. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So just hit slice.
If you hit slice, we're going to end up with one big box for all of them, because we have one. You currently have it set to one column, one row. How many columns do we need? Yeah. We're just going to type in. We got I think it's 6 different. Yeah, 6 different options.
And one row?
Perfect. One row.
Oh,
and
nice.
we're going to click that slice button. Boom.
Cool,
you know, it's the greatest thing. It's not quite as good as sliced bread, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And once again, there's an apply button. My students really struggle with this apply. A lot of people do in the top right there.
Is.
In Unity's like, look, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. We're going to make sure you have to click apply. You're going to have to click, you want to make sure you don't. Look, your livelihood could depend on this.
Right.
We want to make sure you're sure. So we clicked apply. Now we can close the sprite editor.
Nice.
We got a nice sprite. Now you'll notice on our sprite down there, there's this, the heroine sprite in the project. There's that arrow next to it.
Yes.
We click on that. Boom. Now we got all our sprites slicity sliced. And let's go and drag in the leftmost one that has a head on it. There we go. Beautiful. Ooh. Beautiful.
Hello, Polymath. Thank you so much for the raid. Rock your body. How was stream today, guys? Oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Whip. Thank you. I've been having a super good time. We're doing a collab stream today, so I'm not going to jump into a raid video or anything like that. But everyone, please go give Epistemic Polymath a follow. They're an amazing streamer. What were we up to today? Oh, were you playing Spyro? Ooh, that sounds like so much fun. I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you so much, Polly. Thank you.
Is there like a remaster of Spyro? I remember I had Spyro on the PS1.
Yeah, no, so they've remastered it a few times, I think. Like, a couple of the different games have gotten remastered. They're so good.
I remember loving that game when I was a kid. I think I was maybe middle school, high school. Probably middle school, I'm not sure. But the original Spyro, I remember just being so fun. I think I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yes,
it's been remastered.
You should. I am playing the PlayStation 1 versions, but they did make some newer ones. Heck yeah,
cool.
Heck yeah. I love it.
Very cool. Okay.
Hello, Fuel. Hello.
Snabble, nice to meet you. Nice to see you, not to meet you. I know you. I know you, Snabble. I've known you a while. Snabble likes to make fun of me. I don't know if that's true. Snabble likes to tease me. Snabble's a fantastic programmer. Okay, so we have sliced our heroine sprite, and we also have our weapon sprite next. So let's go and slice the weapon sprite next.
Okay.
See if you can remember how to do it. You've fallen for the trap at all, but you didn't need my help. All my students fall for that trap and get really confused.
Just immediately try to go into sprite editor. Just got so
and they're
excited.
Like, the slice button's grayed out. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, I know, because you didn't follow all the steps.
Oh my goodness. Oh yes, apply and then edit.
Okay. Let's see if you hit the next trap there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then apply?
Apply, yeah. I like to live life in danger of the band, like right on the edge of the band hammer. You want it to just smack your toes a little bit, but like not be too close to it. All right. Beautiful. So we got that sliced.
Good.
Okay. So now let's go ahead and give our heroine, our hero here, a weapon. We'll drag one of those in. You'll notice they're sliced in a particular way. Ooh, it's behind them. Don't let it go there. Let it go. That's okay. Just let it go, Farron. Let it go.
Let it go. Just let it go.
Fine. All right. So this is a challenge I like to try and have my students say, okay, we want it. It's behind. And the interesting thing is on some students' computers, it doesn't end up behind the first time they're dragging it. Just on some of them it does. Yeah. And so it turns out this falls into a category of non-deterministic. The order, sometimes it'll show up on top. And if you scroll in and out, sometimes it'll actually end up moving on top. It may not work for you, but sometimes you scroll in and out, suddenly it'll end up on top. I want to challenge you. All right, so we have the inspector. We haven't talked too much about the hierarchy. Over on the left side is the hierarchy. This is our game object. We can select individual things here. So heroine 0 is our hero sprite. That's our weapon sprite. I want you to play around using I haven't told you how to do it yet, but I want you to look in the inspector. See if you can find something in the inspector that and this comes down to like playing around with stuff. Ooh, layer seems like maybe. I'm gonna tell you that layer is a trap that you can.
I was about to say it looks like a trap.
There's a layer. Layer is a good guess, but it's a little bit of a trap because layer means that. Ooh, sorting layer. Yeah. All right. Man, Farron, you should be in my class. You should be in my class. I'll figure this stuff out right away. It's like you've used a computer before.
Right? It's almost as if.
All right, so let's give this layer a name. We're gonna do 2 layers here. One of them for your, end up with 3 really, but yeah, give it a name. Beautiful.
You said 3? I'm guessing.
We're gonna need 3. So one of them is gonna be for like your base, armor, and then weapon. That's essentially what we're gonna do. Okay.
Cool.
Now, let's see if we can update our game objects. In the hierarchy, they're called game objects. We're gonna select the game objects and see if we can set the layers here.
Ooh.
Perfect. Easy. Easy. Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't hit apply, question mark? Oh, wait, did I?
No, it should be okay. You want that one to be weapon? Okay, so what do you think's going on here? What do you think going on here? The weapon is appearing behind. The weapon appears behind. Order and layers is like anything in that layer. You can specify how they appear within that layer.
Gotcha.
Let's go look at our sorting orders, or our layers. Let's go edit those one more time. Add sorting layer will get you there. The ones that appear towards the top get rendered
are behind.
First. Yeah,
okay.
So that's the order they're going to get drawn, and so it'll actually draw things on top. So,
Gotcha.
you know, if you're used to using like Photoshop,
right,
or other things, the ones that show up at the top of the list actually get on top of them. This one,
yeah,
the number goes, it does 0, 1, 2, 3, so it's like top to bottom, so it's a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking with my Procreate brain.
Yeah. The Procreate brand, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like the position of your weapon there? Does it look like it's in the hand properly? Looks kind of close.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay. All right. So one thing that you probably want to be able to do is move these things around together. So we're gonna group these things together.
Yes.
So let's go over in the hierarchy here. Let's rename our hero base. So we have like 2 sprites. Let's rename them so just a little bit easier to remember. This one will be like our, you know, maybe base or heroine base, something like that. And then the other one, instead of weapon 0, maybe just weapon. Not always entirely necessary. Okay. And we can actually put, we can do what's called nesting them together. We can group them together. You can take the weapon, and if you drag it inside of the base, so on top of it, so just drag it on top, it'll actually group inside of it. So now they have a parent-child relationship. I mean, it's not, it's, you know, maybe not a loving type of parent-child relationship, but, you know, we call it a parent-child. The base is the parent, the weapon's the child. And now, if you grab the base, and over on the left, there's like you can move it around like that, and they move together. They move together. Additionally, the weapon, if we click on the weapon, on the right, it moves, you can move it separately. One thing to recognize here, go ahead and click on the weapon again. We're gonna look in the inspector real quick. In the inspector, we have what's called the transform. So the sprite renders our sprite. The thing above it's called the transform. Every game object has a transform. This tells us where that thing exists inside of our scene. Inside of the world. So it has a position, a rotation scale. You can adjust those directly here. So if you like click on the X next to position, click on the X, you can actually drag left and right to get it to move left and right.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you want to do precision stuff, you can do that. Same with Y. If you click on the label, you can adjust the numbers a little bit like that. This number currently is actually relative to the parent object. So it's saying relative to the parent object, I can't quite see it because my screen's a little small. I think it's 0.6. My X is 0.6 away from the center of my parent, and negative 0.68 from the center of my parent. Real quick, just to test out, drag the weapon and pull it outside of the parent in your hierarchy.
Oh, in my hierarchy. Okay.
Control Z will undo for you if you ever want to undo as well. So let's pull it out real quick. Notice the position now is global.
Gotcha.
This is relative to the entire scene. Let's drag it back into the base. This is a really helpful thing to know, is that it's relative to the parent. The scale is also relative to the parent. So if you wanted to make it bigger or smaller, you could shrink it, grow it that way as well. Okay. All right. Let's say we wanted to change the armor of our hero here. What would we do? What would you do to change the armor? We have some sprites for the armor. What do you think we should do?
Similar to the weapon, we should place it.
Weapon, yeah.
If we bring it up.
Okay. And it just so happens that these sprites are lined up properly. That if you set the position to 0x and 0y, it'll line up.
Oh, that's amazing.
I should have done that with the weapon, but I didn't. It's just more fun to watch my students struggle.
It's just better that way.
All right. So now we have these 3 game objects. The base, this is like the base of the hero. The things are nested inside of it. We have the weapon, we have the armor. If we wanted to change the armor, we actually don't have to add a new game object. We can actually just modify the sprite. So let's click on the armor here in the hierarchy, and in the inspector, see if you can modify the sprite from the inspector here. And if you need help, let me know. So it's going to be in the sprite renderer. So let's go to, yeah. Now we're inspecting something else. A little tricky here. So we have our base selected. So we're in our sprite renderer. Which one of these do you think controls which sprite is being displayed?
Right here?
Yeah, that one. How do you think we change that? There we go. We can click that. We can just click which one we want. It'll swap it out for us. We can also drag and drop things into that slot.
Oh, okay. So like
So
we
you
could
could actually just drag
this
from
up
there
here.
and drop it in there. Exactly.
Okay.
So there's
cool.
multiple ways to do it. It's not all one way to get it done. All right. And we can do the same thing with the weapon. We can do the same thing with weapon where we have, if we click on the weapon, open up the inspector, we can just sort of drag a weapon in there. Now we got that big old sword. Big old sword instead of a stick. All right. So now you're a Unity expert. You have everything you need to make, no, not quite. We're going, all right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add in some buttons to make it so we can swap out these things. How do you think we add a button in? What do you think, if you had to guess? If you had to guess, and we haven't even tried to do anything like this yet, but if you had to guess.
I want to click up here.
Click it. Click it. Oh. So this is like the built-in things we can add in here. Which menu do you think is going to let us interact with the user interface?
The UI.
UI, and which one of those do you think is going to add a button?
This one that says button.
Button. Yeah, boom, button. You're going to click on that. It's Button Text Mesh Pro, and it's going to get a window that pops up that's like, hey, yeah, giant button. You got to import TM. Yeah, it's giant button. Import TMP Essentials. Go and click that one.
Nice.
So what's interesting here about Unity's Canvas system, also Red Mur, nice to see you, my friend.
Hello.
Welcome. All right, so we've imported, we don't have to import the examples. Cool. You can, but we don't have to. You got the captain here. You got your very own personal captain. Okay, so this button seems giant, but that's deceptive. That's deceptive. If you click over to the game tab, so you see up top it says scene and then game tab. Scene is like your editor. Game says what you're gonna see. What's interesting here is that it's like this button is normal size. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's weird. This is always really confusing. If we go back to this thing, it's like, wait a minute, something's not quite right here. This is I don't need a giant. Why is it giant here? So it turns out that Unity is using something called the Canvas system. You'll notice when you added the button, it actually added a bunch of stuff. Added 4 things into your scene. You have a canvas, you have a button on your canvas, and you have an event system. And if you click the little hierarchy next to button, we have the text that's on the button. So it added a bunch of things. If you double click on canvas, it'll actually zoom out. So the canvas is what it's often called a HUD. Like, you've heard HUD in a video game before?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? I don't know. Anyone know what HUD stands for? I never remember. Something display. Heads up display. Heads up display.
There we go.
Heads up display. It's the thing that appears on top of other stuff. By default, our camera exists in what's called, I believe, world space. If you look over on the right in the inspector, you can find the canvas component of our canvas. And I think it's saying screen space. Oh yeah, screen space, not world space. World space would actually be like inside of the scene. Screen space is saying it's taking up the entire screen. So no matter where you are, where your character is, what you're looking at, the screen is going to have this on top of it. This on top of it.
Gotcha.
So that's why it looks so crazy when you're like zoomed in. And we can get back to the other thing. If we double click on main camera in the hierarchy, it actually will like zoom in on that thing. And we can actually, if the canvas is bothering us, we can actually, if you click on the canvas, don't double click, just regular click. And then over on the left, there's like the toggle with the eyeball. If you don't want to see it, you can just toggle it off.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Let's toggle it back on though, because we want to modify it. Let's double click. This is how I work when I'm editing my canvas. I double click the canvas. I get this big view here. Let's make that button say cloth armor, or it's going to be, when we click this button, we're going to make cloth armor appear on our character.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think we do to change the text?
We go to this text area and we type it right here.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's do it.
Said cloth armor?
Armor. Yeah, did you do it with a U? Look at you getting the that correct spelling. Look. All right. Let's now, if you scroll down a little bit in the text, sorry, now we got to go to the button. Let's click on the button. There's something called a event listener that we're going to add. And so we have this event called on click. On click. And so this is going to say when someone clicks this button, I want to do something. So let's scroll down to where it says on click, and we're going to click the little plus
I
sign.
see it now. Okay.
Yeah, so we can add things there. Say when we click this, I want something to happen.
Right.
And we want to say, well, what game object? This is where it says none right now. It says none. We're not going to do anything. We put a game object we would like to have an effect on here. So which game object do we want to have an effect on? I know that drop down menu looks like it should work.
Armor.
But what's it? Yeah, if you start typing in, it'll like filter it down here. You're currently on the Assets tab.
Oh.
And we actually care about what's in our scene. So if we click on the Scene tab.
There we go.
There we go. We want to modify our armor game object. So if you start typing in armor to it, will filter down. Oh, it doesn't. Hang on. What is it called in the canvas? Oh, it's called leather in the hierarchy. Called leather. Okay, we can do that. Another way to do it is we could have dragged leather into that slot. So Unity, so from our hierarchy. Right now it's saying that no function is going to happen here. If we click that drop down for no function here.
Transform.
What do we want to modify? The sprite render. Yeah. And then there's going to be an option. It's blocked by my camera right now, so I can't see. But that's okay. There's one in here that's going to be like, say, sprite, like capital sprite, and then lowercase sprite.
Capital sprite.
It's usually in alphabetical order.
Lowercase sprite.
Yeah, I think it says sprite.
Under transform?
Nope, it's under sprite render.
Oh, that's why I can't find it.
Sorry,
Sprite,
that's why.
sprite. There we go. I found it.
Right. So right now it says none. So it's saying I'm going to change the sprite of the leather to none.
Nothing.
Change the sprite of the render to none. What do we actually want to change the sprite to?
To the
none will actually work. But what we want to change it to happens to be heroine 0.
Yes.
And so we can actually drag that in or select there. Perfect. All right. We have our first listener. Let's hit the play button in the top middle here. Let Unity load here for a moment. Now click cloth armor.
Nice.
Boom. Boom.
Oh,
Perfect,
cool.
perfect. So let's go ahead and hit play again to stop. All right. Can you make a button for each of the different armors?
I can do my best.
All right. So try it. Let's try it.
All right. Button. Oh, I'm already goofing.
It's okay.
All
It's
right.
okay. And it can, if you want to move these things around a little bit.
Yes.
Over on the left side of the scene view, there's like a hand icon, like 4 arrows. If you, the hand icon moves the camera. That one makes it like gives us precision moving, where you can say just want to move on that axis.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you do this the hard way, and then I'm gonna show you the easy way, because that's just, you know, it's not fun learning the easy way. You won't appreciate it as much. So I'm gonna let you know.
No, not at all.
Redmer says, duplicate the current button and change the params. Ooh, we could do that. If you click on a button and press Control D, it'll actually duplicate a game object. That's one way you can do it as well.
Okay. Ooh. I didn't capitalize anything.
Look, capitals are for people with too much time.
Yeah, exactly. 100% that. The text doesn't fit in the button.
Yeah, so there's a button here. It says auto size, which I like to use.
Ooh.
So it'll shrink things
like
down
that.
to fit nicely.
Nice, 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 nice. Do 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 do.
Redmer, how is your project coming along, by the way? You're working in is it okay if I ask Redmer how his project's coming along? I know self-promotion sometimes is a little
No. We have
Okay, sorry,
we have lifted the self-promotion rule. So you are so good.
Redmer, you've been working, are you still working in Tailwinds? I know you were working on some stuff with that. And you're also doing like a Dungeons and Dragons are you part of the Dungeons and Dragons crew with Jackie? I'm a little jealous, by the way. Farron, do you play Dungeons and Dragons? I'm trying to get a crew
I want
together.
to. I've played once.
I am I think I want to create a Captain Dungeon Master.
Oh my
Twitch
gosh.
channel.
Yes. Please do.
where I bring people in to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I would love that.
Everything I talk about doing on Twitch rarely manifests or takes quite a long time to manifest.
Me too.
It's like I want to do all these things, but man, is streaming. I don't think people realize how stressful streaming can be sometimes.
Baking pancakes,
At least
making
for me.
bacon
Thank you
pancakes.
for the
Take some
sub.
bacon and I'll put it in a pancake.
Lance will be there,
Bacon
yeah.
pancakes, that's what it's gonna make.
Yeah, I don't want to put it
Bacon
on the
pancakes.
TheCaptainCoder stream, but I think a Captain Dungeon Master would be a pretty fun.
I think that would be amazing. So you said Control D copies it?
Control D. So if you click on button,
Uh-huh.
click on it in the hierarchy,
Uh-huh.
and then Control D. Hang on.
Nice.
There it goes. There
There
it goes.
it goes.
And you can actually rename them. Yeah. So that way you're just not like, I just have a bunch of different buttons.
Oh,
So you double click,
zoomed
that'll
in.
zoom in
I
on whatever
sure
you want. If you
did.
want to get, if you double click on anything in the hierarchy, it'll do what's called focus, or it brings you to that thing. So if you want to go back to just main
Ooh.
camera, we happen to be working inside of our canvas. So,
there we go. There we go.
and F is an alternative. Instead of double clicking, you can actually type F and it'll actually focus on whatever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, good stuff, man. Awesome, Redmer. That's exciting. I'd love to check it out. If you ever have a chance, Redmer, feel free to share a link to that in my Discord, or add it under the projects. I don't know if you've put it under projects yet on the Discord. I'd love to see it. And we have, like, I'm going to self-promote myself a little bit here. Community Showcase over at TheCaptainCoder Twitch stream, October 21st, the third Saturday every month. We have a community showcase where you're invited to come and share whatever you're working on. It doesn't have to be program related. It can be music, art. Maybe you learn to dance. I don't know. Come show it off. Show it off. I know, isn't it a fancy mug? I know this wasn't the one there, but we got this fancy mug too. Don't you like a fancy mug? Yeah, this is my Saguaro National Park mug. I love this mug. Oh, the text is reversed. That's okay. Not there yet. That's okay, Redmer. Someday. I believe in you. Believe in you. Yeah. You'll get there. But yeah, Farron, if you know any other streamers who might be interested in the Captain Dungeon Master, and I don't have to be
Absolutely.
the Dungeon Master.
Oh no, I think that's the best decision. I think you should be the Dungeon Master.
I think that's the best decision. Put all the work on you, so I don't have to. Yeah, yeah. Being the DM is the hardest part. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
It for sure is.
Yeah. Doing stuff in Godot, very cool, Redmer. Have you done Godot before? Or is this your first time using it? I'd love to know your experience with it. Look at that, iron armor, cloth armor. Okay, so now that you have gone through the painful, you're like, man, getting these things lined up. This sure is beautiful down here, right? But
it looks great. They're so good, so organized.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce you to something called a layout manager.
Yeah. Which
is gonna make your life. My students always hate me for doing this. Like, why didn't you tell us about this ahead of time? Could they like work on this for like 2 weeks? So the class is 1 hour a week. They work on like getting all their buttons in for like 2 weeks, and they go, okay, you guys have been practicing this enough. Let me show you how to do it. All right, so in your hierarchy over here, I want you to shrink down each of your buttons. Shrink down each of your buttons. Okay. Select all 4 of your buttons. If you hold down Shift, if you click on one and hold down Shift, Control Z will undo. If you hold down Shift and then click in between them, it'll select them. Now right click on them in the hierarchy, and you're gonna say create empty parent, because we want these to all be grouped together. Create empty parent. Okay, and we're gonna call this armor buttons, or whatever you want to call it. Let's be our armor buttons. We're gonna group them together, and we're basically gonna say these are all gonna be inside of this container. Notice that container showed up sort of in the middle center there, and that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. Let's add a component. So over on the right in the hierarchy, see how there's an add component button? Oh, sorry, in the inspector. In the inspector. Click add component. Unity has like 10 billion different components. We're gonna type in layout. Oh, there's a layout button. I never used that menu. I just start typing things. Type layout. I didn't even know that was an option. What we're looking for. Do you want these to go? You want them to go left to right? It looks like, right?
So I'm thinking there's probably not enough space for that.
Well, there might be. Or we can do top to bottom. So horizontal would go left to right. Vertical goes top to bottom. So we'll select vertical layout group.
Nice.
Boom! It's just like, hey, I got you. I got you. And now if you resize this thing, so let's click the resize option. So there's a resize tool sort of in the bottom left. So not in the scene view, there's a little window in the top left. And the one more down is like the rect tool.
Okay.
Click on that. This lets us resize. So right now, the parent object you have your armor buttons, you see that box? It's saying that this is how much space I'm allowed to take up. We can resize it. We can drag that around. And they'll be like, I'm going to take up, the layout manager says, I'm going to take up some, I'm going to let you decide how you want these to work. Now, over in the inspector, inside of our vertical layout group, sort of down at the bottom, there's these like control child size, use child scale, force expand. We can force them to expand. So let's expand width. So it'll take up the full space. Control child size. Sorry.
Okay,
size.
There we go. Width.
Yeah. And now it's like, I'm just going to take up this whole thing. So now they're all going to be the same size. If we do control child height, it'll actually space them so they take up the full space.
Okay.
And then you can sort of resize that rectangle as you see fit. And this is where like sometimes the auto size on the font will
be a little funny.
Best. Be a little bit, yeah. One thing that is interesting. That's right, Volcara. These are our magic coding hats.
They are. Thank you so much for the follow, Volcara. Go to your game view real quick. Yes.
So we're gonna learn a little something here. right now we have the beautiful. We happen to be in what's called free aspect mode. As you so if you click, I wish I could draw on your screen. If you resize, if you like grab the edge of the game window, so like over near where the inspector meets the game window.
Yes.
You can like resize this. Free aspect lets you. It sort of changes the resolution of the scene here. Notice your buttons kind of. You probably don't want them to move in this weird way, right?
Yeah.
We can do what's called set what's called pivots and anchors. We want to say, well, we want this to always be on the leftmost side of the screen.
Right.
Regardless of the resolution. And there's this interesting icon in the top left. See where it says rect transform? In the top left, there's sort of like this icon. Oh, in the inspector. We have next to position X, left of that, this icon. If you click on that, we can say how relative to what. And typically when you're messing with this, not always, you're gonna hold down the Alt and Shift keys while you're doing this. And go ahead and click the one in the top left. And that's gonna, it's gonna set the pivot to the top left corner of the screen, and then move this thing to the top left corner of the screen, and set the anchor to the top left of my element as well. So now when we resize the screen, it will stay in that spot. So if we resize it, it'll stay in that spot. It's like, okay, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. Additionally, we can say, let's say all the way in the top left feels weird. Most games have a little bit of padding, right? A little bit of padding.
Right.
Let's pull that inspector back out a little bit, because we want to be able to see the so position X and position Y are actually saying we are now 0 away from the left and 0 away from the top. So we're relative to that. And so if we set the position X to 50, it'll actually be 50 pixels from the left, and it'll always be 50 units, whatever it happens to be. 50 feels a little bit too big to me. Maybe you have better style than me. Right? And will always be 0 from the top. So that's what these do. Oh, negative. So Y increasing goes up. Yeah, Y increasing goes down. This hat, you guys can get your own very own coding hat from Ferryn. Did you guys know Ferryn makes coding hats?
I do.
You can get your very own coding hat.
They have special powers.
Look, guaranteed to increase your coding ability between 0 and 17%.
Anywhere between 0 and 17%.
Anywhere between maybe 0.
Maybe 0.
Maybe 17, but it's guaranteed to. It's guaranteed, and also, you look so stylish. Look at this.
Someone screen cap that.
You know. Okay. So this lets us sort of adjust the layout a little bit here.
Nice.
I usually don't tell my students about this layout thing for like 2 weeks, and they build the whole program with all their buttons all over the place. They're like, this was so much work. They hate me for it, but man, they learn the tools really well from the like repeating it over
absolutely.
And the reason I make them do that is I didn't know about these layout tools for like 2 months. So it's
if I suffer, everyone's suffering with me.
Everyone suffers. Okay. You probably also are like, man, this font that Unity has it's the best, right? It's the best.
It's so
so good you want to change it. It's so good you want to change it. So
it's just
How do you think we'd change it? How do you think we'd change it?
Go into the text area of the button and go to font asset.
Yeah, this would be really cool. This is the correct way to change it. The problem is Unity doesn't provide any other font assets by default.
Wow.
6 gigabytes and 10 gigabytes,
no
however
fonts.
big it is, and no fonts. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to make a font. From the top menu. There is a Windows menu. All the way at the top of the screen. When I say top menu, it's the bar, file, edit, assets, game object, components,
gotcha.
services, jobs, window. We go to window. And we are going to the Text Mesh Pro. Text Mesh Pro. Text is like their old legacy tool. So Text Mesh Pro is what you want to use.
Nice.
And we are going to set, which one of these do you think is for creating font assets?
The font asset creator.
Genius. Yeah. All right, we're going to click on that one. And now we're going to select the font we want to use. And luckily I gave you one. It's this Pixel. It's like the Pixel font.
The
option.
advanced Pixel 7?
Yeah, advanced pixels. Yeah, we'll pick that one. This is an open source font. We'll click Generate Font Atlas. And it takes that font, it turns it into a texture that it knows how to, it turns it into a sprite sheet essentially, and knows how to chop it up. And we click Save or Save As. Save is usually what I click. Cool. And then I just use the default Save button here. All right, then we can close this. And this will work. You can like go download any font you really want. And now if we click that button there, that little drop down, we should have our fancy fonts now.
Ooh. Oh.
Fancy is a strong word. But we can select the advanced pixel font now.
Oh, there it is. I see. It's actually an assets. Gotcha.
And it's not the best font, but it's a free font. It's an open source.
It's cool looking though.
It's almost as good as Unity's default. It's almost as good as Unity's default font. And now we got to go change all of the other ones.
All the buttons.
All right, so let me ask you, Farron, if you made a game, with, 10,000 buttons.
Yeah.
This would be pretty painful process. Be like, I decided I need a different font. That'd be pretty painful, right?
Yeah.
Would you enjoy changing all those fonts?
No.
Okay, yeah, no. So Unity provides something called a prefab, and you essentially want to use prefabs ahead of time. Unfortunately, the buttons you've made so far are not prefabs, so you would have to manually change those. But we can make a prefab. Let's go to our assets folder.
Here.
Yeah, we're gonna create I usually make a folder called prefabs. What do you think the word prefab is short for?
I have no idea.
You're so close. It ends with a fabrication, starts with a pre.
Oh, okay, prefabrication.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's called a prefab. It's
Prefabulous?
like a prefabricated.
Yes.
It's pretty fabulous. That's what it stands for, exactly. Pretty fabulous, but beautiful. All right, so we're gonna open up that folder.
Nice.
We're gonna say, your leather armor button's looking pretty sweet. So we're gonna click on your leather armor button in the hierarchy. And we're just gonna drag that into our prefabs. So this has created what's called a prefab, and we can now reuse this thing anywhere in our game. So I'm gonna ask you to delete your studded armor, iron armor, and cloth armor buttons. Sorry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice knowing you. Now your leather armor is huge. To add a prefab to your scene, you can drag it into the hierarchy. So we drag it into our armor buttons object there, a little higher. Oh, that works. You did it. Look, you did it. Nice. You can also command Control D to copy it, nice. Duplicate it. Okay. So let's get a couple more in there. All right. See how that one's inside the other one though? Yes.
Bad. Get
so
out.
If you drag it onto the armor button object, I find that's a little bit easier because they always want to like nest inside. So I will usually just be like, yeah, if you drag it onto the name where it says armor buttons, it'll actually go inside of that one. All right.
Oh, get in there. There we go.
Beautiful. All right. So let's fix these up. Let's change the text: leather armor, cloth armor, etc., etc. Leather studded.
Oh. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So now we're like, okay, I've decided the size of this font. I want it to be bold. I want it to be bold. Let's say, for example, you want to make it bold.
Right.
Let's click on. We can change the text here. We can click that little bold option in the inspector. Boom. Now it's bold. I don't know if that's what we really want, but we really don't want to have to apply like every single button throughout my entire game. Yikes, right. So luckily we have this on a prefab. We have this on a prefab. So let's double click to open up the prefab. And let's go to our scene view. We're in the game window right now. And let's click on the text. It looks horrible here. Don't worry about that. Click on the text here. Let's click bold here. And then go back to your scene. You can get back to your scene by clicking the little arrow in the hierarchy next to leather button. Up higher and to the lefter. Ooh. Higher and left.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that will actually apply it to all of your prefabs.
Nice.
Okay. It looks like it didn't apply it to the iron armor, I think.
Yeah.
So click on, so the way we can tell here is click on the iron armor button prefab. Here. Right there. Oh, I think it's whichever one is the actual iron armor. There we go.
There we go.
And in the top right in the inspector, you'll see it says prefab. It says which one it's coming from, and it has this overrides drop down. If you click on overrides drop down there,
where
it's just
is
above,
it?
a little higher. So you see where it says prefabs there? Just below that.
Oh, okay, overrides, yeah.
This is telling you what things are different. What things are different compared to it.
Okay.
And what's interesting here is it's saying that click revert all. That's interesting. I think it was working. Control Z. I think it was working, and my eyes are just not good. Anyway, the prefab. Now you have your own prefabricated button that you can use anywhere you want to use a button, and it will any changes you want to make to the styling or fonts will take place.
Nice.
And so, for example, we could do it in the scene directly as well. Let's go to our text here. Let's go to our text on this button here. Let's change the font back to the previous font. Just for funsies. Font asset, yeah.
Font asset back to none?
Unity, like one in there probably says like Libra something. It's like the Unity default font is. It's hard for me to see because it's blocked by my face.
There we go.
But did that change it back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So notice that font's different. If we wanted to apply it to everything, we need to click on the parent object here. The parent object of leather, of that font, of that button, the button we just modified.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we'll click on that one there.
This one?
And now in the overrides, I believe it'll show that we have modified that option there. So click on Text Mesh Pro. On the text here, it shows the differences. So on the left is the prefab, on the right is our changes. And if we select that we want to apply that change, so I believe we can apply that change to everything. So we select apply, and then it'll apply it to all of the prefabs.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's how we could change that setting throughout your project. So it's really important when you're doing UI stuff to make the prefabs early. So if you're like, I know I'm gonna need buttons, let me go and make a prefab for my button. Nice. So that way it's easy to change everywhere, because otherwise it's a nightmare to fix later.
Okay. Heck yeah.
So just a fun little, it's our not so pro tip of the day. Not so pro tip of the day, brought to you by Don Francesco's Butterscotch Toffee Coffee. No, I'm just kidding. But Don Francisco, I drink your coffee every day. If you ever want to hit me up. Fun fact, I did get approached by someone to be a coffee sponsor, but their coffee was not good enough. I felt kind of bad. I was like, cool, I'm gonna have a coffee sponsor.
Oh no, what coffee was it?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh no. Oh no.
There's a reason. So it turns out there's a reason they wanted me to be the sponsor because they couldn't get anyone else. Look, I'm not particularly popular. Anyway, I was like, cool. Anyway.
Coffee.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you probably want to change that font back. I'm sorry, I'm making you go back and forth, back and forth.
No, you're good.
Let's see if you can do it. Let's see if you can remember how to do it. I believe in you.
Brain broken. I did it.
You did it. Sorry, I was reading the chat. I got distracted. I didn't even notice. Nice. You didn't look. You don't need me for nothing. Okay. So there are 6 armors total. I'm not gonna make you do the other ones. I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
What we might want to do. So let's add some buttons specifically for the weapons now. Specifically for the weapons.
Okay.
So we have our armor buttons. We'll have some weapon buttons. So let's see if we can do it for weapon buttons. Fun fact: you can actually just like duplicate. If you click on the armor buttons in the hierarchy, Control D.
Nice.
You're gonna get all those buttons in there.
Nice.
You can do it for a couple weapons here. Now, I know you normally take a break. I'm not sure if we're past that or not.
Oh no, you're good. No worries.
Okay.
I was just gonna go until you were over it today.
Until I was over it.
Thank you for the hydrate, Bran. Thank you. Okay. Whoopsies.
So see, look, you even figured out how to get on prefab mode on your own.
What are the we have a stick. What is that, a sword?
So I think it's a stick, a dagger, a mace, a long sword, a warhammer, a battle axe, and then a great sword. That's usually what I have my student. That's usually what I call them for my students.
Yes. Stick.
It's a stick K.
I should really replace my keys that are worn off on my PC.
Oh, I thought you had the fat finger syndrome like I do.
No, all of my keys
Oh.
are wiped off.
Oh boy.
I destroyed them. Cool. We have made a few. Okay, now for the big brain part.
Yeah, so how did we make the button do a thing?
Where is it? Here. Here is where button does a thing.
Here's where it do.
Here's where button do.
How button do? How do the button? This chat is the best. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Just
There's
look
a party
over.
going on over there.
Just...
So I'm assuming there's music playing on your. So
yeah.
I don't hear the music. Okay.
They've got Nintendo Lo-Fi, so they're just going at it.
they're grooving.
Oh, I should rename these. Stick button.
Oh my goodness! Count the Eldritch Maker, countless. This one. Jeez. I've never seen that one before.
Alright. Weapon. Sprite. Do.
I know, Lance. So many good emotes here. I see the Cyan emote there from Branapede. Bran, we just call you Bran.
Branapede.
Branipede. I'm so bad with names.
Oh, you're so good. Me too.
There was someone that came in and I was like, Alicia, and it was Alicia, and I was like, I'm sorry.
You're
And
like,
that
I
one was like not even spelled weird, right? So something like this, like red. What was it? Red. What was it? Red State. Someone was like Red State was like the end of it, but it's a Des one Red State, but it was Desired State. Like Des one Red State. I was like, all right, thought we had someone over there, you know, a little bit, a little bit rightly. And that's okay if you want to live in a red state. That's cool with me.
Oh, wrong button.
But desired state, so never gonna live that
spray.
one.
Baking pancakes,
Rue,
making
thank you
bacon
so much for the
pancakes. Get some bacon and
resub.
I'll put it in a pancake.
Rue.
Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon
Bacon
pancakes.
pancake. Thank you so much, Rue. How you doing today? Okay, I think I did it. Ha ha ha.
All right, but you'll notice there's no way to change the armor now, right?
Yeah.
That armor is covered. We want our buttons to be in the same spot, so we're gonna add in. Let's add in 2 more buttons. So here's my task for you. We're gonna add in 2. We're create a new group for our buttons. It's gonna be like our shop buttons. We're gonna add in a button for a weapon shop and armor shop.
Okay.
Weapon shop, armor shop. We're gonna use a horizontal layout across the bottom of the screen. So we're gonna put 2 buttons, armor shop, weapon shop, and make them across the bottom of the screen. All right, so should we be using Unity's buttons or our prefab?
Oh yeah, we gotta use our button.
I should have just let you make the mistake.
True.
Just let you, and then you would have been, oh man.
Okay. Can I just drag it up here?
So they need to be on a canvas to be able to be seen. Okay, and it's all tiny down there in the bottom, so we're gonna have to adjust the size a little bit. So in the rec transfer, there's a width and a height.
Yes. I don't know what to type in. Question mark?
I'm like, they really want to be, I think what's happening, this is interesting, they want to be inside of a layout manager, I think is what it is. So let's create an empty parent. So like right click on the button, we'll create an empty parent.
Create empty parent.
And this, we'll call this shops or something along like that. And then add component to it, to the parent, and layout. And in this case, yeah, okay. And we'll have this stretch across the bottom. Oh, and have it control the child width and height as well.
Oh, yes, yes.
Width and height. And let's adjust the pivot. So we'll use the like pivot transform icon thing to make things nice and easy for us. So in the rec transform.
Oh,
right
yes,
there,
yes.
And let's do Alt Shift, the one that's all the way on the right, second from the bottom. So one more over. We're gonna say stretch all the way across the bottom, and then Alt Shift, click that.
Nice.
What is? It's not doing what I think it should do. Oh, click on it one more time. Oh, it's because the height is there. Okay, so now it's stretched across the bottom, I see. And now go to where it says height in the rect transform. A little bit. Little sort of up there where it says height. Let's give it like 100. Let's see what 100 looks like. All right, 100's probably too big.
Just a little bit.
Okay. All right, so now we have this thing in there. We can make one, so we're gonna have two buttons in here. One's gonna say weapons and one's gonna say armor.
Alrighty. Doop. Oh.
Okay. So these buttons, when we click them, they're not going to change a sprite, but they're going to turn on
Right.
one or the other. So let's shrink our hierarchy down for our armor buttons and our weapon buttons, just so that we can see them a little bit better. Yeah, so our button groups there. Yeah, those two. Go ahead and click on your weapon buttons. In the inspector, there's this checkbox next to the name, all the way at the top. All the way at the top. This says whether or not it's active. If you click that checkbox, it says, I'm no longer active. So what we're going to do, this is part of the game object, is when we click the button, we're going to make one active and the other one not active.
Right.
So we activate one, it deactivate the other. So let's start with our armor shop not active. All right, so we have our weapon shop, our armor shop's active, our weapon shop. Which one of these is that? Okay, our armor shop appears, armor buttons. Oh, okay, our weapon button, it doesn't matter. One of them should be active, one should be not active.
There we go.
Okay. Now let's go to our weapon shop button. And let's go to the on click. And let's go ahead and remove, which object do we want to turn? So when we click weapons, right, we need to turn on, so we're going to add our weapon object from the game. So all of the weapon buttons, the parent object, we're going to add that in here.
Okay. Weapon buttons.
Okay. And from the drop down, it's part of the game object here.
Game object.
And I think there's one called active or set active.
There it is. Set active.
Okay. So when we click weapons, should weapon become active or inactive?
Active.
All right, so we're going to click that little checkbox.
Nice.
All right. We need to do one other thing. When we click this better needs to do two things. One is going to be to activate the weapon. Let's click the little plus icon down below.
And then deactivate the armor.
Exactly, exactly. So let's drag our armor, or find it this way. Perfect.
Armor buttons. Game options, set active, no click.
Okay. And let's do the same thing for, or the same but opposite for armor shop button.
Okay. Armor buttons. Set active, yes. Scene. Weapon buttons. Nope. Okay.
Okay, let's try it.
Nice.
All right, so we have a little thing. It does a thing.
It does a thing.
We have a thing that does a thing. We are gonna add in one more shop. This is gonna be our magic shop. I'm gonna add in the magic shop. Okay, so we're gonna add in another button for magic shop. We're gonna add in another menu for magic shop items.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lance, this is sort of a big spot where my students who, like, even my advanced students have come in and been like doing stuff with programming in Unity for a while. Getting the UI stuff to look reasonable is super painful, And additionally, you can get a lot done without any like programming. So the course I teach where we do this is a low code / no code course. So yeah, all right. It's really easy to overlook it because it's not like the fast, fancy features of Unity, but it is You can do a lot of cool stuff with the UI. Okay.
Cool.
And we'll have to make a menu here for our magic shop.
Yes, we will. Do do do.
And I'm gonna show you how to do some particle effects. We're gonna do some particle effects here.
Okay.
Let's create two. We'll call one like fire, like I don't know, fire resistance, and then like ice resistance, and then yeah. Anyway, I don't know what we'll call them, but they seem like those are like the easiest particles to make.
Right.
You're gonna make some red particles and then
some blue ones.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So we have these. We need to make the buttons do something. We need to add in some effects here. So in our base character, we're going to create a new child object just inside of this. So right click. We're going to create a empty, I think there's one for create empty object or just create empty. Yeah, it's down there. So create empty.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to call this particles. And then inside of particles, let's add another one. And double click on your main camera. So we want to be able to see these. And let's hide our canvas. Do you remember how to hide the canvas? Okay. And now on particles, let's right click on particles. And we're going to go down to create. And I think it's under effects. So it's sort of low. There's an effects menu.
Okay.
We're going to add a particle system. Particle system.
Okay.
And we'll call this one fire particles. Okay. And this there's a zillion options for this. You'll have fun playing around with these. I'm not a particle expert, but the one thing that we're gonna adjust here is let's go down to color. You see where it says start color? There's like a white bar.
Yes.
Go ahead and click on that white bar. And we're just going to select red. And so you can change those particles this way. Let's go ahead and hit the X on it. Let's make it so that the particles move faster. One second, I gotta get Unity open so I can actually, I haven't done particles in a while, so I gotta, hang on, I'm getting Unity open on my end so I can have particles.
No worries.
So I know what I'm saying. Create new game object. Effects, particle system. Okay. So there is one, so there is one here called pre-warm. Go ahead and turn that. I like to have pre-warm. We don't have to do it. Start speed is the one. It's fire. So let's make these things fast. 10. The higher the number, the faster the particles will move away from the center.
Ah.
Okay. And then the lifetime. Let's set that to 1 so they're not going super far away. All right, so we have the fire particles right there on them. And then let's see, one more thing. Go down to, where is the emission? Is that right? Hang on, right over time. 1 second, is that the right one? Yeah. Go down to where it says emission. If you scroll down, click on emission. And the number here for rate over time is how many particles are going to come out. Let's set it to like 50.
50?
And now we'll have lots of particles.
That's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of particles. Look, we like particles. Particles are awesome. Right? Okay. Let's duplicate this particle system. And we're going to make one for ice now. Lance, I happen to have it open already. I just needed to get to it. That's hilarious. Have a coffee break. That's right. Takes 5 minutes to load. All right. And the ice ones, we can make blue for now. Okay. And let's go ahead and disable both of these. We'll disable both of these.
Turn them off.
And so that just hides them for you.
Right, okay.
So how do we set them inactive in the inspector? Do you remember?
I do not.
So it's
Is it
at the
this?
bit. There we go. Exactly.
Nice, okay.
So we're going to turn them both off. All right. And now, same thing, we're going to attach to our buttons. The fire button is going to turn on the fire particle and turn off the ice particle. And then the ice is going to turn on the ice, turn on the fire, and turn on the ice and turn off the fire.
Gotcha, okay. Fire particles. Set active. Yes.
Nathan, you're a wizard, Cap. It's true. It's true.
Game objects, set active. Nope. Okay.
All right. So let's try it. There we go. Got fire. We got ice. What happens if we go to our
Nice.
weapon shop?
No! Rude.
Yeah. So how do we fix that?
We gotta turn all the buttons on and off.
Yeah.
I don't
So
100%.
Yeah, so let's go to the weapon shop button. So it's in the shops section. Yeah, so then our armor. In addition to turning off the weapon.
Oh, yes, it's got to turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And so you can imagine as you get like, say we had like 10 different villages and like 19 different stores and like suddenly this clicking, this interface is gonna be like, oh well, I understand the basics out of this, but something small, this is not too bad. So this is where the programming and the scripting part's gonna come in super helpful.
Gotcha.
Like, okay, I'm having to do this a million times. Let me write some code and we'll start doing the scripting next time.
Absolutely.
When I start getting to a spot where I'm repeating this process over and over, as a programmer, as a developer, as someone who's writing code, anytime you find yourself sort of like repeating something 2-3 times, it's a good sign that you can automate it, script it out, make your life a little bit easier. Programmers are lazy people. That's not true. The best programmers do the least amount of work possible. But get the correct results, right? So that's sort of, you know, we get a bad rep for being lazy, but it's like, really, I'm just trying to reduce the amount of time I have to do things. Is it lazy or is it efficient?
Very true. Definitely efficient. Okay, I think I fixed it.
All right, let's try it. It's the definition of lazy, Redmer says.
Nice. We fixed.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so this is the first dabbling into Unity.
Yes.
Nice work. Nice work. The pinned message, anyone who wants to find this particular project, what we did today, I have a little write-up project for it. You can find it in the pinned message. So if you're looking to start using Unity, looking to get it a little bit into game development, you can do it there. For this called a paper doll character creator. It's perfect for making like your little character creator screen. So yeah, nice work, Farron. Awesome. Do you have any questions for me? I'd never asked you. Do you have any questions this whole time?
Not really. I'm super enjoying this. Definitely, like, I enjoyed the text and the coding that we've done previously, but it's nice to like see some things happening, you know?
A little bit fancier than text, right?
Yeah.
A little bit fancier than text. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We'll do a different, unless you really want to continue this project. This is sort of just like get you to learn some UI.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to continue doing a project like this, we can do that next time. But I have some ideas for what we might do next. But I want to ask you, like, what type of thing might you be interested in?
Oh goodness.
Do you have any ideas?
I have
So let me
no idea.
I'll throw some ideas out because I have a couple projects that exist.
Okay.
I have a couple projects that exist. We could do you know what a shoot 'em up, like Space Invaders shoot 'em up is?
Yeah,
So we could do a shmup. That's
okay.
a
shmup.
shmup. That's a good starter project. I have another project that is like a platformer, Super Mario Brothers type platformer.
Ooh.
We could go into 3D land, and you could start learning how to do like 3D modeling and 3D level design. So it's less about programming on that one, more about like how do I create
design.
3D environments.
Okay.
So that could be something we look at. And those are the three that come to my mind. These are the three like courses I've built and taught. So
I think a platformer would be super fun.
Platformer?
Yeah.
So that's what we'll do next time. We'll start it next time. We definitely won't make a
right.
whole
right.
But we'll definitely start it next time.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So we'll plan on that. And I know it's a month away. But let's take a look real quick at the date just to make sure.
Absolutely.
October
I
29th?
Ooh, yes. Good stuff.
Ooh,
good
yes,
stuff.
that sounds like a good thing. Is that a good date?
Yeah. That's a great date for me.
All right, cool. October 29th it is. So folks, we'll be back. Captain will be back. Farron, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out and for teaching me things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be a spoopy themed platformer, Lance. You're right.
And of course, if you guys have any questions, especially you, friend, you know how to reach me.
Absolutely.
We have a Discord for you guys to chat with. Let me get my, if you don't mind, can I drop a link to?
Yes. You should be able to drop links. And could we also get a shout out for Cappy real quick?
Mostly, I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Usually educational streams. So Tuesday is like straight programming education. Thursday's game dev education. Saturday, Sunday, usually some kind of collab stream. Not always. Currently working on Jern Jam, Game Jam. I'm making I'm doing all the art for this game. I'm doing a deck building card game. Oh
all
my God,
of you need
it's been
to
so
be
much
there.
fun.
It's
perfect. The art has been so good. It's amazing.
I love it.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find. I don't know why I don't have a link to my Ko-fi.
Oh yes, absolutely, Lance. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Here we go. Thank you for the shout out, of course. All right, folks. The one thing I do have a Ko-fi. The thing specifically on the Ko-fi that if you are interested in getting programming lessons, I do. It's my full-time job. I actually am a teacher full-time job, but I also do tutoring. So if anyone's interested in learning programming, game development, and that sort of stuff, feel free to hop on the Ko-fi. They're a little expensive. I know they can be cost prohibitive for some people. It's $115 an hour, but you can bring multiple people can come together, and you just let me know what you want to learn, and I will build a class just for you. Or if you want to do one-on-one lessons, I know it's a little bit pricey, but that's where we're at with that. Farron, thank you for letting me promote. I always get so weird when I have to promote myself. But Captain Coders Academy wants all of you guys.
Yes, promote away.
And the Discord, if you have any questions, anyone can always hop on our Discord and ask questions, see what other people are working on. Okay. All right.
thank you so much for being here and for spending the time to teach me things.
Oh, we love it. We love it. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be hanging out in chat. Are you continuing to? Did I close the? Oh no, you're still here.
No, we're gonna call it for today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here.
Absolutely.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Love you all, and Farron, we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely. You too, Cappy. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We're gonna run a chat real quick. That was so much fun. I know I missed so much chat, and for that I do apologize. But that was amazing. I had such a great time. I hope you all also super enjoyed it. I can't wait. I can't wait to keep going. This is gonna be a whole lot of fun. Thank you, Bran. You're amazing. We had a dance party. I did see that. I super appreciated your dance party and all the pop cats. You guys are so sweet. Working in a tool set leads to massive tunnel vision. Oh yeah, for sure. I really enjoyed this. I cannot wait to get working on the platformer next month. This is gonna be so much fun. Mods went rogue. I love it. That's what you guys are there for. To go rogue, but also, you know, keep the chaos to a level. You guys are so sweet. I definitely had the brain cell today. See, that's why it was turned off. Because I needed it. I had to hoard it for the day. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and end stream. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the end screen. And let's find an amazing, wonderful, lovely streamer to send all of this energy and this love over to. Give me 1 second. You guys know me and my raid list. It'll just take me 1 second to figure out exactly where we're going today. Here's the Discord and our socials if you'd like to follow us on any of those. Redmer, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It is such an amazing tool. Space games, platformers, interactive stories. It's so much fun. Really vicious for those of us who jump at shinies. Oh my gosh, I can imagine just jumping all over the place. Let me see who we have. We have so many sweet peeps on today. Sorry, so many good peeps. I think we're going to go ahead and raid into Sheeler today. We haven't raided into Sheeler in a really long time. And she is just absolutely the sweetest. If you haven't been on one of her streams before, she's amazing. They are currently playing The Sims 4, just a heads up. Oh my gosh, it looks like they're recreating Stardew characters in The Sims 4. Hold on 1 second. This is beautiful and amazing. Here we go. Let's get that raid started. Thank you so much, Cappy. Thank you for being here. Misha, we love and miss you so much. Thank you for stopping in. Trying to think. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, yeah. Raid chants. Duh. Here's our follower and our sub raid chant. You can copy whichever one applies to you and paste it in the new chat. I'm also going to leave a link behind because Twitch be twitchin'. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Have an amazing day. Go take care of yourselves. You know, tell someone that you love them today. It makes a world of difference. All right, bye guys. I love you. Have a good one.